Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit, and today we're doing something a little bit different from Crysis 2 today. This is Far Cry 3 multiplayer. We're playing a little bit of objective gameplay. This game mode is called Transmission, I think. Now it's sort of like crash site in Crysis 2, except the crash sites hang around for quite a while longer than they do in Crysis 2, and like somewhere around between the end and the middle of the game there is about 2 or 3 crash sites on the map at a time, or objective points that you hold. And this is me capturing an objective point here, being an all-out objective badass in this game match. And once you capture these, you'll see the bar at the top. That's the score. And basically, the more you hold, and for the longer you hold them, your bar gets bigger and the enemy's bar gets smaller. And whoever has the biggest bar, the most colour on the screen at the top of that little bar chart at the end of the game, they're going to win. So, this is Far Cry 3, and I've actually not done a gameplay commentary on Far Cry 3 yet, so I better talk to you guys a little bit about the gameplay now. Straight off the bat, one thing I like about Far Cry 3 is hip firing. Now, I like games where you can hip fire, to be honest. Like Counter-Strike is hip fire, Crysis Wars is all hip fire, Crysis 2 is mostly aim down sights. Point firing hands is one of my favourite perks in Crysis 2, or suit modules in Crysis 2, because of the increased hip fire accuracy. But this is good because, as you can see in here, I mean, not everyone in Far Cry 3 runs around hip firing, but I've found so far, I'm not that high a level yet, I'm only level 30 something, but I found so far that the most fun way to play Far Cry 3 multiplayer is to run around hip firing with a submachine gun. This is a MP5 I think I'm using here. I'm not too sure, like I'm not like the best at Far Cry 3 or anything. I've not played it that long. I just enjoy playing the multiplayer for a change, and I've been playing the single player a hell of a lot. Like I'm not completed the single player yet, working on it, but I live stream that sometimes on my Twitch TV account, and I've covered like a lot of the first island, working on finishing off the quest there. Want to get my wingsuit and get over to the second island is pretty much what I'm doing. But so yeah, hip firing with submachine guns, lots of fun. In the single player I don't really hip fire, like I would aim down sights if I was using a submachine gun, so I don't know if the mechanics between multiplayer and single player are slightly different in Far Cry. But either way, both I think are pretty awesome. Like I don't know, like you buy Far Cry 3 for the single player experience, and you could say the same about the Crysis series. You buy it for the single player experience, and the multiplayer is just an add-on. And some people like play games just for the multiplayer, and I think that's kind of silly, like when they complain about a game because the multiplayer aspect of it is bad, but the company is planning to just focus solely on the single player. And I think the Ubisoft guys have done quite a good job of the multiplayer for a little extra gameplay Far Cry 3 experience. So this is a point here where I could talk a little bit about one issue I have with the multiplayer, and a lot of people have said this probably if you've watched any other Far Cry 3 gameplays, and it's on the forums and stuff as well for Far Cry. The ammo count in multiplayer is pretty bad. Like once you run out of ammo in your weapon that you like pick up at the start, you're pretty much going to die very shortly after that, because chances are you're not going to find a weapon on the ground, and if you do find a weapon on the ground, then it's going to have between 10 and 20 bullets in it and like no extra ammo. So like you fire that off, and then like if you come across 1 or 2 opponents, you might run out of ammo really quickly and just try and lunge for a knife kill and stuff like that. And actually I had my secondary weapon was a rocket launcher instead of a pistol, which I will be changing because of this issue. So probably not going to be using the rocket launcher as my secondary weapon anymore, because I think I need a pistol to get that extra ammunition when I'm running around. So that's one issue, and like it does kind of suck because when you're on like a kill streak, like 9 or 10 kill streak, and then you're running out of ammo and you're like looking around for a weapon, and you've not played the game that long, so you don't know what all the weapons are. Like you pick up a weapon and you're like, what the fuck is this? Is this an assault rifle or a submachine gun? Am I meant to hip fire with this? Am I meant to aim down sights with this? Is this burst fire? Like what am I meant to do with this weapon? How fast is the fire rate? But that's probably just for noobs and stuff, and that's probably a tricky aspect of the gameplay so far. There's another aspect of the gameplay right here. That was like a poison gas cloud, sorry. That was a friendly one, so I wasn't taking any damage from that. It's like point streaks you get in this game, it's not kill streaks. And when you die, your like point streak doesn't disappear. Like you lose a small percentage of your current point streak when you die, probably like the amount of points the enemy got for killing you, like 100 points or something like that. I'm not sure. Like there's not very many numbers on the screen. It's all like bar charts and stuff, like the score bar and like your point streak is all like little bars. There's no actual numbers related to it, but you get points for like kills, points for assists, points for attacking and defending an objective, points for capturing an objective, points for like tagging people, but I don't tag that much in this game yet because I'm a noob and I haven't like got down the basic mechanics yet of gameplay in Far Cry 3. And what else do you get points for? You get points for doing this whole battle cry thing. Oh, and you also get points for reviving your teammates. You can run up to your teammates if they get shot and revive them by pressing E, and it basically gives them an adrenaline stab and they get brought back to life, and they don't get a death on their scoreboard thing for it. So if you sit and spam E when you die, like you'll lie on the ground crippled, crying out for teammates to come and pick you up and stuff, and if they come and pick you up, then cool, you come back to life and your death doesn't count, but there's like a time limit on it, and if they don't come in time then you die anyway. And there's the other thing, a lot of battle cries going on here. So basically you have a little like special ability thing which you can equip, sort of like a perk or something. You choose it in your loadouts, you unlock new ones when you level up, and basically you press T when you're near friendly guys and it gives them a boost, like a health boost or a speed boost or a health regeneration boost, something like that. And once you use it, it goes on a cooldown and you can't use it for like another 30 seconds or something like that, and you get points for using that. So I mean, like, the point streak is basically, if you want point streaks, it's not necessarily making kills. Like, you don't need to make any kills to get the final kill streak. I'm pretty sure you get more points for boosting your teammates and like reviving teammates and stuff than you do for actually killing people, and I really like killing people, so I don't get very many kill streaks or point streaks or anything, as you can see. And like, I find it very hard to like revive people sometimes as well. Like usually when they die there's enemies nearby, so I want to like try and kill off the enemies before I go and try and revive those guys, otherwise I'm going to die and he's going to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And by the time I kill off the enemies and go back to my teammate, then he's already respawning, so it doesn't really matter. And like, sometimes when I run over to a guy to revive him, I will like press crouch to try and like get down and revive him, but I'll end up sliding right past him and failing miserably to revive him, and just like a couple of newbie fuck ups and stuff. This is my big rocket launcher here. It's not that good. Like, I only picked it because I'm using a submachine gun and I felt like I needed something for a little bit of range. I do have this like assault scope sort of thing on my, or reflex sight, something like that, on my submachine gun, but it's not very useful. Like, medium range, I would probably aim down sights with it, but I try not to engage unless I am really close range with my submachine gun. I think that's the best way to play, just get in the enemy's faces, and I do get quite a few triple kills. Although, like, my ammo does run out of my clip really fast in this. It just takes a little bit of precision aiming, making sure you're on target. I mean, it takes like 1 to 2 bullets, maybe 3 to gun a guy down, as you can see in like sort of like Call of Duty. And I hate Call of Duty for like the whole instantly dying bullshit that's in it. Also in Call of Duty you get all those like snipers that one-shot you and stuff like that, and all the trick shotters and stuff, quick scoping and things. I've tried the sniper in this game. I think it must be the low-level sniper. I've probably not unlocked the other ones yet. It's not good. It's not fun to use. It's very hard. It's very hard to get a one-shot kill. Like, you have to like go for the headshot pretty much, and I don't know, it's random sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll get a one-shot kill and sometimes I'll shoot a guy and he won't die. I think it's like past a certain range, like the enemy has to be far away from you for the one-shot kill to count. If he's close to you, then you don't get a one-shot kill, which is cool. Which, if that's what it is, I think that's a good mechanic and it's something that should be implemented in other FPS games like Crysis 3. It would be a good balance for snipers. You wouldn't get any of these assholes running around trying to use it like a fucking assault rifle or some shit, which is what you get in Crysis 2 right now. But yeah, the submachine gun is lots of fun, and I've not tried the LMGs yet. I've really not tried a variety of weapons. I'm like trying to get good with the submachine guns because that's my favourite type of weapon to use. Like the feline in Crysis 2 is my favourite weapon. But overall, yeah, I would say the multiplayer is, yeah, pretty awesome, guys. The multiplayer is really fun, but I wouldn't say go out and buy Far Cry 3 for the multiplayer. The multiplayer is badass. You don't even need to touch the single player because the single player is just too good to miss out on. And if you're going to buy Far Cry 3, if you don't like single player games, then don't buy Far Cry 3. But if you like single player games or you're interested in trying something new, sort of like this, then definitely buy Far Cry 3 for the single player. Don't buy it for the multiplayer. Don't be one of those guys. But yeah, definitely try out the multiplayer if you haven't already, and let me know what you think about the multiplayer. I find it pretty fun, and please, if you play on the PC, add me on, what is it, Uplay, the Ubisoft little tool thing. WarSpiritUK is my account on there, so just search for a friend and add me on there. I don't have very many friends on there. I need to get some friends online to play some multiplayer with, and I also need to get more friends so that I can challenge them. There's these like challenge lists or challenge leaderboard things in the single player campaign, and I need more friends to challenge more people at them and like try and beat top scores and stuff. It's pretty fun. I'll probably be playing Far Cry 3 later on tonight, maybe streaming it tonight, and so check out my Twitch channel. But if you like my page on Facebook, that's where I always post like I'm live streaming, come and watch, and you come and watch me pwn some pirates in Far Cry 3 single player. You should also be able to tell from this video that the graphics in Far Cry 3 multiplayer are pretty awesome. The graphics in Far Cry 3 single player are even more awesome. And this is actually me running it on minimum settings in multiplayer, just because you don't want anything like any particle effects or anything like blocking out your screen, or any special effects like, or any like random FPS drops or anything like that. I've not actually tried the multiplayer on the high settings or anything yet. I just like playing multiplayer games on minimum settings to make sure I do have the best advantage I can get over my opponents who might be running it on maximum settings at like 20 FPS and have like blood and guts flying all over their screen. I don't know. It's not that gory, the gameplay, to be honest. You'll even see at the end of the gameplay there's a little like humiliation sequence where the best player on the winning team humiliates the losing the leader on the losing team, and like when he hits him or like blows him up with a grenade, he doesn't actually explode, he just sits there and does nothing. So it's not that bloody or anything, although it is an 18 this game, so you'd expect something a little bit more drastic than that, like slicing heads off and shit, or blowing heads off with rocket launchers. You can see a little splashes of blood when you do shoot people here and there, and a lot of blood obviously in this little kill cam. You see the kill cams are pretty cool. You don't actually get to see, there's no like replay of showing his point of view of him killing you. What it does is it shows you where he's looking, and the bullets that he fires that actually hit you. So like it shows you a straight line where his bullet came from and when it hits you, and like a splash of blood, and your position on where you were when that bullet hit you. So you can see if anyone shoots you right through a rock, and you see the line go right through the rock, and I've not actually seen that yet, so that's good. No one shot me right through a rock. Oh, I think this is a good bit coming up here. A little triple kill coming up here. I can remember this part. No? Yeah, there it is. Beasted. This is a pretty good alleyway for submachine gun users. I can just stand in there and just shoot from the hip and gun them all down. A lot of the time in this objective mode, I was just like rushing round to get behind the enemies rather than like sitting defending objectives from the front, because that's kind of silly, and like I do get picked off very easily from long range by people. And here we go, ran out of ammo, fucked. Nothing I could do at all there because I had a stupid rocket launcher, and I will be switching that to a pistol as soon as possible. Next time I play the multiplayer, I'll be switching that to a pistol. Another thing you might have noticed is like the like yellow and black pattern on my arm. That's from the tattoo editor. You have a little tattoo editor which you can design your own tattoos with different various symbols and colours and stuff. It's not the best. You can't like write any text or anything on it really to make it look good or anything like that. But it's a nice addition. Like I do like any sort of customization that is possible in games. I love customization, making your characters look like how you want them to look. So I wonder if Crytek is going to add Crysis nanosuit customization for Crysis 3. That'd be pretty sweet, like, I don't know, purple nanosuits and shit. Yeah, man. Awesome. There we go, we won. At the end of the match, we get to see this little sequence where you either punish or show mercy to your opponent, and as you can see, I'm the winner. Got quite a good score. It's probably, I think it might be the best score I've had so far in Far Cry 3 multiplayer. Most kills at least, anyway. And this here is the sequence from the deluxe edition, Monkey Business, where he gets blown up by a grenade, but somehow it just sits there. The scoreboard is, you don't actually see a scoreboard at the end of the match, you only see what your score was, which is displayed here. As you can see, 47 kills and 11 deaths, got your KDR. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and see you later.